lovely people, to a brand new episode of the Reset Button. And I've noticed that my camera is already frozen. This piece of shit. Thank you, Microsoft, for the update that froze my camera. Greatly appreciate that. But we're back for another episode of the Reset Button. This is episode 31 on April 3rd, 2025. We're going to talk about a little something that happened recently. Maybe you've heard about it. Things got switched up just a little bit. But of course, I don't talk about these things by myself because I don't think I'm all that interesting, guys. I need a little bit of help. I need help. I need these fine folks. They're here to help me tonight. And
Switch
who
2?
we have here,
Switch 2?
we have some excited people for Switch 2, people. We've got the hype. We've got the excitement on this roundtable triangle. We've got, I'm not going to mention where he's from. I'm going to mention that he is the leader of the Syrup Club, Johnny Chase.
Well, didn't you guys vote to not give us tarps? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with all that. But hi, yes, I am Canadian and I'm here, and yes, and Pat is frozen. Yes, I used my icicle Canadian powers on him to freeze him.
I was just minding my business, and then I heard finish him. Like I got frozen by Sub-Zero over here. The fuck? But what can you do? I know what you can do. You can introduce the queen of Donkey Kong Country, Liz.
Oh, I am no such queen. I'm not actually good at the games. Completionist part of me, too hard, but I love them regardless.
Well, she admitted it, not me. I'm actually quite good at Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, you won a challenge a few years ago.
But I'm not the person that is going to be like, I have to do everything perfect or speedrun, or I'm just there for the vibes and the challenge and the fun.
I won a World Game Championship in Donkey Kong Country in 1994, and nobody cares.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Well,
we'll get there. We'll
you
get there about
our
Donkey
game day
Kong.
host. Did you win that Donkey Kong challenge?
I did win
game
it.
days?
I won it for my team. Yes, I did.
Even though I
To no surprise.
unintentionally almost screwed you because I forgot to put the timer in one of the challenges. It's like, shouldn't it have been 3 minutes? I'm like, oh shit, I didn't put a timer.
God, that was so fun. I hope we get to do that again in the future. For anybody,
I've got new technology now to make it even easier so that people know when the timer goes off. So
yeah.
I don't have to use my goddamn tablet for that. So we're all good on that.
Oh, that sucks.
For anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, I think the video is up on the Game Days for Good. It was our friendly channel. Of course, Johnny and I are both a part of that, so go check that out. A lot of fun.
I want to say it's not, but it might be unlisted because we don't throw up full streams up on YouTube unless I co-stream over there. But I'll go check I'll go check on there because sometimes we'll put them on there, but we'll have them unlisted just to, we're fighting that goddamn YouTube algorithm because they don't like Twitch uploads.
So can I do a quick little plug moment for a second?
Yes.
So my Switch game of joy and excitement.
Oh,
Y'all see this? I bought the South Park game. And
Which one?
This one?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the actual South Park games. I was like, okay, is it Snow Day? Is it Fractured Butthole? Is it Stick of Truth? But no, it's Hello Kitty
Stick of Truth
Island
was
Adventure.
amazing.
Excuse
Fractured
me, sir.
Butthole was amazing.
exactly. It's fractured.
Let me just
butthole,
say.
So not that the way you said it. It's
Fractured Butthole.
Butthole.
It's awfully the way
No,
you put it.
seriously, Stick of Truth was good, but Fractured Butthole was like up there. That game was like insanely amazing. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had this very sad moment of I was trying to record gameplay last week, and half of the recording was me yawning into the microphone.
Oh.
So I'm gonna try to re-record stuff and get things up on my stupid little back YouTube channel. I don't know. I don't YouTube enough to like even know what it's called. I think it's Thick Lizzy Vlogs or something like that, or something like that. I don't know.
Hey,
But
you
on
can
one of my
always
channels, I'm trying to
always
get it out
rebrand it.
there.
Yeah.
I can,
No,
but I
I've seen-
I have two channels.
I've seen many people rebrand their channel to like 20 million things.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so on my not as important channel, I'm trying to get this out. And I'm trying to get back into Animal Crossing. But then Hello
Yes.
Kitty South Park game came out, so
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
And
That's
also
been my
Lena in our chat, first time chatter, but well known to our other channels there, especially
Yes.
Game Days for Good. Hi, Lena.
Yeah.
Said always thought Matt and Trey made that game up. I mean, technically they did. It was
They did.
it was from the award-winning Make Love Not Warcraft episode where Cartman's trying to rally everyone
Mhm.
together. It's just like, well, meet down here to
Butters.
victory. I don't play World of Warcraft. I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Butters, go buy World of Warcraft, install it on your computer, and join the online sensation before we all murder you. Okay then.
They came up with like the
Everyone
cheesiest
loves
name,
that.
and then it happened. So it's actually
know-
very cute and super cozy. It's great.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is that Trey Parker has stated many times that he thinks that's one of their worst episodes because it's like, yeah, we worked with Blizzard, yeah,
What?
we got all this stuff there, but I just don't think it hits. It's like it's
What are you
hilarious.
No!
Like,
No, it hits so hard. That okay, straight up, real talk. That episode hits like a fucking semi. It's that good. It
Mhm.
takes it has the perfect level of like the product is pretty it's shown pretty legit plus the perfect level of absurdity. It's like so finely balanced that it's just chef's kiss.
yeah, and it brought a lot of more people back to World of Warcraft or got them into World of Warcraft because like, well, wife and I are still playing that game. I swear, like so many people were making so many references. It's like, hey, where can I find the Sword of 1,000 Truths?
So
That's what I'm
playing
talking
the
about.
South Park game. Just a little side note there. But lots of yawning. I gotta like start over. Yeah.
I feel you. I've got to do a YouTube video if I'll ever get a chance to sit down and actually do it. I've got to do a 5-year retrospective on Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've got to because 5 years ago in the year 2020 when it first came out, that was my game of the year. So 5 years later, I got to say exactly, what it's done for me so far. I've got to mention that I didn't know that your island doesn't cloud save. So when I got my OLED and traded my old one in, it nuked. I lost my island, had to rebuild entirely, and now I play it like crazy because of my daughter. There's so much to talk about. And I guess, spoiler alert, I'm going to say, is it still worth like being called Game of the Year at this point? The answer is yes. Yeah. Because it's not a game that you have to pick up and play like all the time. I'm not going to say it's like Seaman or something where you just pick it up for like 20 minutes a day, weird shit happens and you walk on. But it's a game you pick up, you play a little bit, and that's fine. You don't have to like treat it like a chore, right?
Right.
So I think even 5 years later, it's amazing. Which means I'm very curious if they're going to bring a new Animal Crossing to this crazy, crazy system that they just announced.
It better.
But they had more info of. So yeah, the Switch 2 Direct. Get up at the wee early hours of the morning to watch that thing live. Which I don't know about you, Risa or Liz. Did you watch it live?
I didn't watch it live.
I
was
have
at
this
work.
thing called working
Okay.
from 9 to 5, and it started at 9.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be
But I
off
had people
on that day.
text me all day. I had all the updates all day texted to me. So
Oh, that was the thing too.
don't
of,
worry.
Like, I live streamed it. I watched it live because I wasn't at work. I was off that day. Thankfully. But
Bless.
like I was also making sure to like not post anything on socials because like I have a lot of friends that were like, I'm at work right now. I had one friend who was listening to it in the car on her way to work. Now we were watching the Nintendo of America feed and they were off by a 1.5 second delay. So like anytime like the the switch sound came on, it was like a second and a half delay. It was weird, but and it sucked too because it froze at one of the game announcements, and then I was hearing audio for one that I couldn't believe was actually going to be on the Switch too. And I was freaking the fuck out, and then fun to find out that every other feed, like if you went to the Nintendo of Dutch or Nintendo Japan or Nintendo of Europe, those streams worked fine, but the American one was fucked from the beginning. I don't know why, but but yeah, we got a lot to go over, and I'm gonna say big ups to Silent Hero, part of our Game Days for Good community. In the Game Days for Good Discord, he put down a comprehensive breakdown of everything that was in the direct, so I don't have to skim through everything. So I'm using your stuff on here. So big ups, Kevin.
Yes, you are the silent hero,
Kevin.
But also, fuck you, Kevin, because you're gonna go to one of those Switch 2 events to play early.
Yeah.
So
yeah, at the same time, Kevin, have you heard he's a terrible person? Terrible.
No, Kevin's a sweetheart. What are you talking about? Terrible.
Before we move
I'm
forward
gonna have to brag though.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm good. If he's a terrible person going to the Switch 2 things or whatever, I'm getting to go to Epic Universe Preview next week.
No, that just makes you
in
awesome.
Orlando.
That just makes you awesome. Kevin's still a terrible person.
But here's the thing. I can't take photos or videos because it will compromise the employee that works there. So I will just have to burn it to memory and tell you guys next time.
Well, that's the reason why, is because Lena Pote said Kevin lives in New York, so he has access to the Nintendo store all the time. So that's what he's going for that event.
Yeah, and he knows I love him. He all I have to do anytime I'm
we love
like,
you, Kevin.
Hey, can you swing by and see if there's any cool Bowser stuff? He just sends me photos, and he's like, "There's this, and this." It's awesome to have that ability. He is the man. But before we dive into talking about the Switch and everything, I've got a question. Something that's already been brought up in chat. Is it day one for anyone here?
Yes.
Yes.
And what sucks is that I'm working the day that the pre-orders go live. Because I went and got my schedule, and it's like, yeah, I'm off until next week. But like my first day back is when the pre-orders go live. But luckily, I work for one of the retailers that carries electronics and is getting pre-orders in, so I'm right there at ground zero. And I've already told my manager, I said, if you come by my section and you see me looking down at my phone around 1 p.m. my time, you know why. And he's like, fair enough. we'll keep as long as you can get it done, and make sure no one is busy, or if you're not busy with the customer. I was like, oh, if I got a customer, I'd be like, can you give me like 5 minutes? Secure. Okay, so and like, what did you do? They're like, oh, just secure my copy of the Switch 2. Don't worry about it. Anyway, let's talk about what we want for you.
I'm like so nervous though, because it's like the pre-order window is on my birthday, and I'm like, this better come through for my birthday wish. This better come through, you guys. So I'm like a little nervous because I'm like,
if what we're hearing is
I'm gonna like lose my shit if like everyone gets it but me, and I'm like, nah, you bastards! It's my birthday. It's my Switch.
Because I
agree.
What we're hearing, they're not gonna let that happen. They're putting some.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but they're putting
certain retailers. They're going to have restrictions where you have to have been a previous Switch owner, and you have had to have had at least a year subscription to Nintendo Online, or have like 50 hours clocked in on something. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it's going to be for if you want to get it through Nintendo themselves. They're going to have it where you have to obviously be a Nintendo ambassador, this and that and the other thing. But I prefer to get it through my own work, because then that way I know it's there, and I'm going to pick it up at the store when it's there. So
you have control over inventory.
When did they go live? For my area, it's April 9th at noon.
The other question, are you getting the one bundle with Mario Kart? Yes, there's no other option.
Obviously.
There's no other option.
$20.
No, if it's digital,
$20 to $30.
It's digital, no.
No, if it's a $20 to $30 savings if I get the bundle. So yeah, it's happening.
So let's
Plus
dive into
too, like
that part.
I think.
Hold on. Sorry, Johnny. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but I was going to say let's dive into that part because some things that we heard today with the treehouse, I think, is creating some confusion. I don't know how much truth there is to it. I think we're still trying to parse through everything. The idea that the physical cartridges that are coming out, maybe not for all games, but for some games, is just a key to open up the ability to download and not actually a physical game.
Yeah, there's still confusion with that
Angry.
because some people are like, some people are getting the information that the game keys are for everything, but then CD Projekt Red came out and said that Cyberpunk 2077 is that the entire thing is going to fit on a single cart. The carts are going to be 64 gigabytes, and they're putting the whole game on that. But there's going to be some that are just going to be basically empty and have just a download key on it. And that's got people mad. Now, what people are getting mad about that, but I think people tend to forget that, like, with current gen games, the whole game is not on the disc. Some of those are just licensing discs. You just put it in, you still have to download the whole game.
Right.
Like, you still like it doesn't have the whole game on there.
Right. Most larger Switch games, you're not going to get the entire thing on the cartridge.
Yeah. Some of them you don't even get it. Like, I've seen, I think it was like with Overwatch and maybe MK1 or MK11. It's an empty case. There's no card in there. It's just, okay, yeah, here's an empty plastic case. Here's the code. Go download it. It's like, well, why do I need this? This isn't physical. I'll just buy it on the eShop. I'll probably get it cheaper on the eShop too.
My prediction on how that's going to go is I think now that they've introduced that new lending program with family members, I think everything like done in-house by Nintendo is going to follow the key structure. Like, I think it's all going to be that way. If it's developed and or published by Nintendo, it's going to be key. If it's out of house, they can choose how they want to do it. Like CD Projekt Red chose obviously not to do that. They want it to be on the cartridge. Mm-hmm. So that is going to create a bit of a minefield when it comes to collecting for this thing. It's going to be very difficult.
Yeah. I have not talked to any of my friends or acquaintances on YouTube who are like big collectors. Like, I have no idea what their thoughts are on the Switch 2 yet, but like I know that like they are big into like going to GameStop and Walmart and getting the games physically. They'll buy digitally too, but like they will only do that if it's like a limited run game and they just kind of want to have it on the shelf. That's kind of the funny thing too, is like, what's limited run in all these other companies that make like the the limited release of physical games going to do?
Limited run is about to have a very bad time. I mean, clearly, when it comes to some things, it's going to be a-okay, and they won't have any problems when it comes to doing like certain things. But when it comes to others, I think they're going to have one hell of a time, and that goes for collectors too. I mean, I'm getting it. I already said I'm getting it. I'm getting the Mario Kart bundle that I know is going to be digital, but I gotta say, I'm nervous about collecting for this one. I think, one, it's going to be difficult to collect, and two, the ability to get deals on like Nintendo games, like you could go to GameStop and maybe get like a deal sometime here or there. I think that's gone. That is officially over.
You know,
I've already known it's been gone for a while.
And like I've had like a discussion with one of my friends recently, like after all this news dropped with like the Switch 2. And like, correct me if I am wrong, but I'm like, Nintendo has not had like a player's choice or greatest hits yet on Switch, which is like super alarming to like we don't have affordable games available. Like
Breath of the Wild is still like it's the launch title for the Switch. It's still full price.
Yeah, and
unless you get it on like
even Breath of the Wild, my friend like mentioned that, saying like it took like over 5 years for Breath of the Wild to be $20 on Black Friday, like over 5 years. And I'm like, oh my god, no, like he had a real point about that.
Oh, we got that call there. But yeah, physical games. I don't. Oh, we're getting a call there. I don't think he muted himself. We all good there, Patrick?
Oh, had to step away for a second, guys. Sorry about interrupting the show. I am on
okay.
call. I just received a call. I'm gonna have to step away for a moment and let these two run the show for me for a moment.
Okay. So I guess what I'll do is it's the game collecting thing we can come back to. So I'm gonna go over Kevin's notes here. So we got all the specs, we got the release date. Nintendo Switch 2 comes out July 5th, which I thought was super early. I was anticipating like holiday.
Oh,
like I didn't expect them to announce it this early.
Let me look at the July calendar. Is that a Friday? Because I think
June.
Oh no, did you say June or July? I thought you just said July.
No, June.
Oh,
2 months. Yeah.
Okay,
June
I think
5th,
I don't.
That is a Friday. Oh, sorry, that's a Thursday.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of odd.
A Thursday. Nintendo has been releasing on Fridays for like 10 plus years, which is interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
no, I'm just trying to plan my life around like time off. Can I have like a weekend to play Switch or something? Like, I don't know. Okay.
Hell, I just need that night. So they announced the specs. So it's a 7.9-inch LCD screen, which I kind of figured would happen. I don't think they will go OLED, but probably like in a couple of years we'll have an OLED model. This is shocking me. Supporting 120 frames per second on certain games. HDR.
Oh, wow.
There's a microphone on the console, which I'll get into a little bit more. It's got active noise canceling in it, improved speakers with 3D audio. Well, no, sorry, 3D audio if you've got compatible games and a compatible headset. The 2 USB ports so far is for charging, which I figured it would be because if you have it in tabletop mode, there's no way you can plug it in from the bottom. So I figured that was for the top. But it's also for other accessories. There might be some more stuff, which would be cool. The adjustable stand we've seen before. So it's gonna have 256 gigs of storage on board, which
that's plenty enough to like have at least a couple of games and like some like download like little indie titles or something.
Yeah, because I think people are going like, oh my god, it's not enough. But like I think we're all thinking about like if you're thinking about like you're a hardcore gamer and you play the hardcore AAA stuff, which is now
you're gonna have like a terabyte on a card.
Yeah, but you're thinking of like, oh god, like Call of Duty is the only game I can install because it's almost 250 gigs. No, that's not going to be the thing. Because people are saying that like, was it Xenoblade Chronicles X that just came out? It's like it's got all the DLC from the Wii U version, but it's smaller. I think the Wii U version clocked in at around 25 gigs, and the Switch version is 13 gigs. Like they optimized the hell out of it. That's insane. Yeah,
they like compressed that. That's like, wow. Drastic. I still need to get it.
Yeah,
sorry.
I need to get actually like I
need to get 3 in that one.
I've been curious about all the Xenoblade games, but now that they're all on the Switch, I'll probably check them out at some point.
No, do it. They're cool. I played like one. I didn't beat one, but it's if you want like the hardcore RPG, not even like you don't have to play hardcore with the stuff that you play, like with how much you like Final Fantasy, like the remake of 7 stuff. I feel like it will align with your interests. Yeah, you'll probably enjoy it. Yeah.
Now this was what shocked me. Like the games docked in will run at 4K. Like I'm sorry, like they just like we're doing like basically scraping by with 1080p on the last 2 consoles, and now like we're gonna adopt 4K. That's crazy. Certain games will run at 60. The Joy-Cons connect via magnets. We already knew this. Apparently they're like really strong magnets. They're built into the SL and SR buttons. And like the only way to get them out of there is to like hit the release buttons to pop out. The funny thing though is that I know I'm waiting for that Kroby Cat video where 50 to 100 different creators break the fucking thing in day one.
Dude,
I live for those.
So here's the thing with the magnets, like this shit better work. Here's the thing. I've had so many people over to play Mario Party in my house in the last 6 months, or I go to people's houses, and the number of people who take the stupid little strap things that you put onto your Joy-Cons and they shove it on the wrong way, and I'm like, I'm going to fucking... These controllers are $80, and you're like fucking up my shit. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how hard it is to look at the plus or minus thing So these magnets
hard,
better
apparently.
work, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Now the Joy-Cons that we did confirm, because like in the teaser they show like the little racing thing. They do have mouse functionality, so you can lay it on a flat surface and we're on click it. What we got here? SL and SR buttons are bigger on the Joy-Cons. Bigger control sticks. Will they have stick drift? We'll have to see. Built-in fan, compatible with most Switch games. Switch 2 game cards are red, have faster read speeds. Here's one of the things that's kind of weird, and I've never known this thing existed. Micro SD Express cards are the only ones that are going to be compatible.
What is that? I don't know.
I guess it's a higher read rate on SD cards, and it sucks because 3 months, like for the holidays, I bought a 512 gig card for my Switch, and now that's useless.
No, you can't just like transfer it over.
No. I mean, there will be a game transfer feature somehow. I am still going to keep that because I'm not trading in my Switch. Well,
yeah, I'm going to keep my Switch too. I mean, oh, you know what's exciting? I have an opportunity to start. I'm hoping it works. I don't see why it wouldn't work, but I have an opportunity to start a new island on the Switch too for my Animal Crossing game.
There you go.
Because I don't want to deal with transferring and losing my island, but I also kind of like want a fresh start. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to destroy and nuke the old town. I don't want to do that. But I still like want the challenge of starting over again. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty jacked
showed off the new Pro Controller. It looks identical to the Pro Controller that we all know and love. Just the inclusion of the C button, which they'll talk about here in just a sec. But they also added two bottom buttons on there. So
that's gonna be cool.
Possibility that we could get some competitive shooters on there. Maybe Active Blizzard, Microsoft.
As I say, on there. It feels like a very like Microsofty thing. Like, I'm not like a Microsoft person. We all know this, but like those newer Xbox controllers, like those Pro controllers with all the cool things.
Yeah, I don't have those paddles. I never use these paddles at all. Like, I never put the paddles in there. Like, I bought these for the heft and the interchangeable analog sticks, and the fact that I can make the triggers, only go halfway. And it helps out a lot for shooters. But like, I don't use them.
If they have an equivalent. But like, if they have a controller that like, it doesn't have to be that exactly what you're holding, but like that Xbox controller is amazing and nobody else is doing. I mean, isn't there like a PS5 like fancy controller? I don't know. I think they might have done something at one point and no one cared.
I think there's the fancy DualSense out there.
Yeah.
So in my notes here, they showed off they told you what the C button is, and it's game chat. Essentially, it's Nintendo's own Discord. So you hit the button, it brings up a little menu down below, and you can go live with, I think, up to 3 people as of what we saw on the screen. So you've got your screen, or you got your conversation, and then you've got 3 friends' conversation. What they've also done is you could actually share your screen so people can watch what you're playing. It's not good. It's like 5 frames per second. Even if someone's playing the NES online,
come on,
it's a thing.
You know what? Probably one of my most like used functions. Like, you got, again, I have to preference, like, I am not the average gamer. Okay, I'm not doing online stuff. But the thing that I milk the most out of my PlayStation in particular is doing the screen share thing, playing games with people. So if it could not be 5 frames a second and be a little more substantial, I could see myself playing games with my friends across country, like single player games, not like competitive bullshit I won't play. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's not perpetuated on what game you're playing. So like, not all of you have to be playing Mario Kart World. Like in that trailer, they showed, someone's playing Pikmin, someone was playing the Switch online NES, someone was playing something else.
I play single player games with my friends.
Yeah.
And we like watch each other's screens, or we pass the controller, like on the PlayStation function, you can pass the controller to someone. And there's like a very little lag, like very tiny, but like otherwise it's really good. Yeah. So if they have something like that, I could really see myself using that, because again, I don't play multiplayer shit. But if I'm playing multiplayer shit, it is Nintendo, but you're in my house or I'm at your house. And I'm not playing online, so Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it will help on some stuff because I watched the Treehouse Direct today, and they were showing off more of the game chat, and they're showing people playing the Game Boy Advance and Zelda: Link to the Past Sword Adventures. That kind of helped out a little bit because, like, in that you've all got your own screen. So if you're off adventuring in one part of that world, you can just be like, "Oh, you're over there. Oh, yeah, come over. Oh, yeah, it's over here. Up and just jump over that thing, right?"
Point.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's actually really cool.
They also announced that they're actually making their own proprietary USB-C camera. So it's just a little webcam sits on a desk.
I had some like We Speak like PTSD. Like I mean, it's a camera. We're talking about a camera, but I'm thinking of like the stupid Animal Crossing bundle with the microphone. I never owned that, but it seemed like the most disappointing thing. But like it just like gave me like some intense flashbacks. Of like that era.
I was getting flashbacks to the 360 vision camera. I'm like, all right.
Oh, wasn't it like that weird little camera?
NSFW Uno nights are coming back.
Stop. Oh my gosh.
Uno.
Oh my god. I'm back, by the way.
Oh, hold on.
That's the perfect thing to come back. Did you come back in to get your dicks out for Unos?
I was just gonna say, so you have your you have your dirty Uno thoughts.
Oh
so hold on. So I haven't played Mario Kart 8 in a while, and I'm like, okay, cool, new Mario. I honestly still need to play more Mario Kart 8 with all the new content that they've added that I have not really played. Okay. Because like by the time a lot of this new content came out and I got like the upgraded Switch Online stuff, no one's playing Mario Kart anymore because we're tired of it, right? Like people are done with Mario Kart 8. So with this new Mario Kart,
we played on the regular on game days.
Okay, well, you guys know, what did I just say 5 minutes ago, Johnny? I'm not the average gamer.
I have to say on this one,
next time
you are not the average gamer because Mario Kart 8, people are still insane for it. But it is time for
No, it's an amazing game, but like my friends and I are getting drunk and playing Mario Party instead. Okay.
Well, that's also good.
Have I not expressed this?
Yeah.
Okay, so all I can think about is the new joy of bringing back Don't Drink and Drive Mario Kart with a new one because we're too good at the old one. We know the courses too well. We're bored of it. So now we got new shit to Don't Drink and Drive, but like we're actually drinking and driving in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. So I'm very excited for nefarious Mario Kart adventures coming up. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. That's how they started off the direct, was announcing Mario Kart World, which we were all pegging as Mario Kart 9, like keep the number in there, right? But holy crap,
it's gonna be better.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Like this is basically like people have dubbed this as Mario Kart Forza Horizon. Like it's open world. You can have a race with 24 racers in it.
That's insane.
I watched to the Treehouse someone play through the Grand Prix mode, and it's just basically like a race across the world. So like you can have like traditional loop races, straight on races. Yeah.
Question. All right. So MK8 is like amazing, like phenomenal. Okay.
I agree.
So with World and the hype that comes with World, because I'm like, holy fucking shit, I want to play this game. Like it's something new and exciting, and like I'm ready for it. It's been a long time. Where does this put the fate of F-Zero?
Do
we dig the grave any deeper?
I think the grave does get deeper.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, like Miyamoto has said this many a times, like he will not make a new F-Zero unless there's a good reason or he has like something new to add to it. Like that's why we got F-Zero 99. It's like, what do you do? Oh, make it a battle royale. But like a brand new one, I can't remember the developer's name, but they made like every Nintendo launch has had like a F-Zero like game. It's like Fast FMX.
Oh yeah. Fast
there's one that's gonna be like Fast.
They've got their own versions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's not F-Zero, you guys.
Even I think it was over a decade ago, but I think at one point they were shopping around for devs to see if there could be like a new F-Zero game. but they wanted to hear pitches and they just dropped it because nobody had like anything super interesting to bring to the table. So they're like, nah, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
This is so depressing. Sorry, not to bring things down. I'm just like,
Yeah.
But that's the thing with Nintendo. Like, you can't come to them and be like, here's this story or here's this amazing mechanic. You've got to give them like solid gameplay ideas that's unique and is going to change the formula from where it was before. That's what you have to bring them, or they're just going to, yawn at what you have to show and just refuse.
Innovation is what they seek on old technology. But anyway.
So they also announced the Knockout Tour, which is going to be a battle royale mode. And I watched someone play through the whole thing on the Treehouse. So basically, it's one long continuous like track that like every lap of it, which actually the laps go on for quite a while there. So like you got to hit like top 20, then top 16, then top 8, then top 4, and then finally top 2. It looks like it'll be pretty chaotic, especially like they were playing on 50cc, so it was kind of easy to go on there. But like it was like this could make for some chaotic stuff when you play online, because they did confirm like 24 players online. How it's not going to break, I don't know. I mean, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe ran really good on Switch, so
it'll be smooth even in handheld mode, unless you're trying to use that chat feature and you're trying to show somebody what you're doing, then you're asking for trouble.
Yeah. Oh, we already got into that there about the chat features. Oh, the only thing I did mention there is that like the camera there, like you can like either have yourself full camera or it'll like NVIDIA crop out everything around you, so you can just be like, "Oh, this is me. Welcome to my stream." I doubt there'll be Twitch streaming integration. That'd be pretty crazy if they did do that, but then we all got competition.
It would especially be insane because all you would have to do is you'd have to take your power supply, because your Switch would probably die before you knew. But take your power supply, take your Switch 2 and your camera, and you could just stream wherever the fuck you wanted. It'd be pretty nuts.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like coming out launch, obviously, and that's going to be a pack-in title. Now they did say limited edition on that pack-in title, but I mean, come on, like every fucking year the Switch was out for the holidays, they'd have a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle.
Of course.
Every
and
fucking year.
You know what the worst thing with like, speaking of like limited editions, okay. So here's my Switch. I have Cody's OLED dongly doos. Just don't ask. So I have the Animal Crossing thing. And every limited edition has these stupid etchings on the back that are not actually that fantastic, okay? Mm-hmm. Like, this is cute. I'm all about the dock, not the etchings. But every stupid collector's edition or limited edition Switch thing that Nintendo has released has not been a fantastical Switch. You have like the few main colors that the Switch comes in, and then we're just gonna do like little etchings on the back. They're not doing cool shit with it. So
I got the basic bitch one, but I do have one of those hoary D-pad
nice
Joy-Cons on the side.
Those are good.
This is the Zelda one there. Yeah, that was a good price.
But so even if it's limited edition, I don't feel like there's an incentive to get it unless it's like actually painted or embellished in different ways. But a stupid if they're gonna have an etching on there or not. But it's so lazy and it looks like shit. It's not even cool looking. So whatever.
I figured like once this gets released, Amazon is gonna have a bunch of kits available for you to buy your own shells and resell this thing.
Customize.
And I love those things because like it's not in active service anymore because unfortunately the bumpers broke on it. Rest in peace. But I modded an Xbox One controller for my wife with a bunch of like purple shells and like galaxy looking buttons, and she loved it. Yeah, it was great. She was so happy with that, and I built it on stream when no one was looking. It was like, oh, so good.
That's really cute.
There'll be all sorts of different things. Like I have the Super Metroid skin on my Switch stuff. You'll have that. D-Brand, which is a popular company that does like cases and such for phones and everything, has already announced their full case that they're going to have for the Switch. That way it'll be a bit bulkier, especially for the Joy-Cons, so better grip and everything. They've already announced that. I think those are already up for pre-order, actually. So you'll have that too. But here's the other thing that I was thinking of while getting some things done there, and had to be away from the show for a second. So people who are buying it day one, all three of us here, plus I'm sure some of you in chat, how do you feel about the idea that you're probably going to end up buying another Switch 2 in the future? Because the one thing that they've mentioned is they talked about the LCD screen. It's 1080p, wonderful, okay. They didn't say OLED.
I mentioned that earlier about the fact that a couple years from now, there will probably be an OLED model.
There will. Oh, I guarantee there will. And
so
it's
here's
probably
the thing.
going to be a little different in size and everything, too.
So, like, I don't really care. Like, I'm not traveling to want OLED like a lot of people would prefer. Like, I don't play video games. I don't do that, okay? But not at this point in my life. However, once the Switch 2 library expands, we're going to have the same contradictory issue of when we only had one Switch, we had to fight over who's playing the Switch. And then Cody, the love of my life, likes to play Switch when he's like laying down in bed. So we'll just get the fancier screen for him when he has the demand to play the Switch 2. So I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm keeping the Switch One just so that, because like I mentioned earlier, I have a 512 gig SD card in there that's not going to be compatible because it's not Express. We're gonna just keep that just in case, like, you know, if Melanie wants to play something on the Switch, and I'm using the Switch 2 at the point there. But like 99.9% of the time, my Switch is in a dock. I rarely, if ever, play it on handheld mode. I've been doing it lately because I need some time to kill before the bus takes me back home from work. So I got that going. And I always have
Makes
coworkers
sense.
looking over. It's like, what you playing there? I'm like, I'm just playing Mario 64 for the 1 millionth time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's
a comfort game for me. I just go back and like just try to get some stars or something in it.
It's so interesting how I always hear people that you have your exclusive dock people, your exclusive handheld people, and now it's even better because the screen is that much better for handheld. Now full 1080p, which is wonderful, 4K when it's docked, and it looks like we're going to get some real power in there because a lot of people are saying that the new Mario Kart doesn't look like that much of an upgrade compared to 8. Fine, okay. But then you have some games that are looking really badass, like Bloodborne 2 that can't be called Bloodborne 2.
I thought that at first because like when we first started, we were like, okay, is it Silent Hill?
What is it titled?
RE.
Duskbloods?
Duskbloods.
Oh, shut
Crazy.
up.
No, it's called Duskbloods.
Exclusive as well. Console exclusive.
Is this a timed exclusive? Like, let me ask.
I don't know.
said
This
that.
might be like a Bloodborne situation where it's just on the console. It won't be on anything else.
Nintendo, okay, is that a launch or is that going to be like out in a few months?
No, that's gonna be.
Well, no, they're doing.
That's next year, I think.
Oh, okay. No. I didn't watch the direct, and I only like, you know, whatever everyone's posting about is my level of information. But well, I know they said they were focusing on first party in the first like couple months and at launch, and then like the third party later in the year. Okay, I was just curious about that.
There's a lot that's going to be out there.
Because like I felt
true.
kind of burnt on the Switch, or I bought a game that's like Switch exclusive. It's not coming out on PlayStation, and then like a year or two later, it comes out on like PS4 or 5, and I'm like,
I don't think that's going to happen with this one.
The Capcom 5
it
or
just
4
makes me
whatever
so
that-
angry.
Because
Because
the 4 or 5 titles that GameCube had exclusive that were on everything else. I think the only one that Capcom released that was still exclusive is PN03.
But like that shit pisses me off where it's like I spent time and money and energy to get this on Switch for it to come out a couple years later. And I'm just not about like Nintendo only on my Switch. If I know it's a timed exclusive, I will wait. Because everything's better on freaking everything else but the Switch. So that's my grievance. Sorry.
I don't think you're going to have that problem this time because Switch moved a lot of software, like a whole lot of software. I think one of the reasons why there were publishers out there that really didn't want to mess with Nintendo and the Switch all that much is because while it moved a bunch of software, it was also a pain in the ass to get certain games running on it. Like, you had to bring in, like, this god team to get Doom and Doom Eternal to run on the thing. So, like, it was difficult to get things going. Now they have a more powerful system and can make all sorts of stuff happen. So I think, like, you've got FromSoft and other companies coming out of the woodworks, just like 2K Games. It's going to be bringing a bunch of their stuff over when they were completely absent from the Switch for a while, especially with WWE 2K. And I think they're going to be more open to exclusives and working like heavily with Nintendo. So you're going to start to see some stuff that you didn't think you would see.
Yeah, I don't know. I like my PlayStation trophies. I like my PlayStation library. I like playing my PlayStation way more than my Switch at any given day or notice. And it performs better, and I have no issues. And I will suffer with some Nintendo jank to enjoy the Nintendo. You know what I mean?
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I love my PS5 as well.
Like, you know, if I was like a casual gamer and I only had a Switch, it makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a time and a place for people to play the stuff on the Switch, but if I have like a PC or a supercharged PS5, like that's way bigger, better, stronger, I'm gonna play it on that. It's not gonna give me issues.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like if somebody came up and they're like, "Okay, here's the Switch 2. We promise it does 4K and HDR. Here you go. Would you like to play RoboCop Rogue City on it, or would you like to play RoboCop Rogue City on PS5?" Motherfucker, I'm choosing PS5.
That. I haven't redeemed that yet. I gotta go redeem that on PlayStation Plus.
But yeah, so I'm not here to dunk on people that like they only have a Switch or that's the only thing they can afford or that's the only thing they're interested in playing on. That makes sense to consolidate, right?
Yeah.
But my consolidation's on my PlayStation, not my Switch.
That's the thing too, like it could also be like those that want to get it for morbid curiosity's sakes. Like there are some stuff that's on the Switch that I've just been like genuinely curious. It's like, how would this run versus like Xbox One or Xbox Series X?
Mhm.
Like I kind of like I got Doom 2016. I want to go through that on the Switch because I've played through it on the Xbox and I played Doom Eternal. I can't wait for Dark Ages to come out. Man, there's gonna be a lot to play this year, but yeah,
So
it's just
many
for morbid
games.
curiosity's sakes, just for my own sake.
I think
Now there's something that was announced that there was something that was announced that's not even a game. It's like a tech demo. The welcome tour. Did you see that?
Yeah, and I also know that they have okay, this is the one part where I'm gonna like dunk all over them for a moment. They had the motherfucking gall to sell that, to ask money for that.
To be fair, they're only charging $10 for it.
I don't care. I think charging 10 cents is
I know
a bit
they
much.
should. I do agree they should include that with it, but I mean at least it's not a full retail price.
Okay, I'm gonna go on, Liz. I'm joining your side for a moment. I'm running over with you for a second because okay, everybody, when PS5 came out, what happened? We got motherfucking Astrobot to show us everything PS5 could do, and it was amazing. It was godly. And then we get like this little dinky whatever the fuck this is. So they're like, "Hey, did you know there's magnets now? They go quick." And they're wanting to charge you $10 fucking. Are you kidding me?
From the treehouse I watched there, they have like this really cool thing to show you how far Nintendo has come. They have World 1-1 of Mario Brothers in there, but they just have it like in the tiny little corner of your monitor to show that like, hey, Nintendo games were only 240p. I mean, it was blown up on a regular television, but like, here's how the actual aspect ratio goes. And as you move Mario along, like it just expands out to show you that like, hey, all of World 1-1 can now fit on, a modern monitor. You could stretch out the entire level from World 1-1 all the way out. And I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
they didn't go into full details of what's on there, but like,
stewing on this Dusk Bloods thing, and I feel like they probably had a deal or something with FromSoft to make it exclusive, or I don't know, permanent. Let's assume it's permanently exclusive. But this is gonna be the game that's gonna sell their Pro Controller. Like, that's the game.
Oh yeah,
they have this mutual little. This is the game that they're gonna loop you in to get that Pro Controller.
Is
So
that
they
or
also announced.
Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna rapid fire off the stuff here because like after this was like a bunch of just like, hey, we got this and this and this and this.
I'm yawning, so we got a rapid fire.
Yeah. So there are going to be certain Switch games that are going to get a Switch 2 version with an upgrade pack and with added content. So we're going to get Mario Party Jamboree. It's going to get a mode called Jamboree TV that's going to utilize the camera, which I thought was really cool because it was just like, we're kind of making a Kinect game there, but it's like actually like reading your inputs. It's like, oh yeah, mash the question block or put your face on this. I think that would be really cool because it's not only online, but it's also local. So like it'll scan like 4 people in your area and put them on the screen. So like
It'll be
everyone
interesting.
can see people's reactions. Yeah.
It also, they are making mini games specific to the built-in microphone. So you've got that. And they are adding in mini games that will work with the Joy-Con mouse feature. So they're going all out with it. I don't know if they announced how much that is going to be.
Upgrade packs have not been announced yet.
Okay,
but
so
like you can get that Switch 2 version separately. Like if you own the game, then you can get an upgrade pack. Now I'm gonna say like if it's at least like $10-15, I'm okay paying that because that's what I pay for PlayStation upgrades.
If
That's
it's
how I got
20,
Last
I'm
of
going
Us
to be
2
upset.
remastered. If it's anything above like 1920, that I would have a problem with it. That's way too much.
Yep,
But
15
then they
is
announced
my ceiling.
Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom are getting like 4K upgrades. I watched the side-by-side comparison. It's night and day. These are completely different games. Like everything's more colorful. The Korok Forest doesn't run at butt frame rates anymore. The load times are better. Like they're showing like, okay, here's a comparison. It's like, okay, you're on the tower. Okay, you want to warp to a shrine. Here's the load time. It was like 3 times faster load times.
I saw pieces of that, but I didn't get a chance to really sit down and like watch it. I'm curious because
beautiful.
I always felt like the colors were so kind of like washed out, way too bright and just oversaturated. And I'm wondering if they've fixed that.
They have. It's cleaned up pretty
good.
It's pretty good. They showed off the Zelda Notes app that's going to be on the Switch app. So basically, it's just like they put in a GPS on your a Zelda GPS. So like it's like, oh, I don't know where this Korok seed is. It's like, okay,
cool.
You know, at 300 meters, turn west. You have arrived at your destination. I thought that was pretty cool.
Skimming through the news of the Switch 2.
Yeah. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands getting an upgrade. Like, you know, frame rate's not going to be put on that. Starcross Road, they're going to add a new world there. Yeah.
And then, hold on. Lucky me. The Mario Party game I've been looking for but haven't bought is going to get a Switch 2 upgrade. So good on me not spending $50-$60 on a game that they're just going to bring out again anyway.
Yep, Jamboree gets an upgrade.
But I'll have to buy more controllers.
You will.
Okay. Fuck.
Oh, right.
See, they're getting me. They're getting us.
Yeah.
You guys, this is their trap to make you buy accessories.
The Nintendo tax.
The Nintendo tax is real.
Okay.
People
and guess
bitch
what?
about
I'm
the
gonna have to
Apple
buy them at
tax.
the beginning. I'm gonna have to buy them at the beginning, and then all the cool colors are gonna come out in like 3 years, and then I'll be like, wow, I got the boring colors because this is all I had at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to
talk. Don't mind me raging.
I'm gonna throw out one of the motherfucking heavy hitters really quick that I didn't think anybody thought was gonna happen. Kirby Air Riders. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that coming.
Everyone thought it was Smash. Everyone thought it was Smash. They're like, yeah, it's Smash Brothers, and it's like because it starts off with Kirby, and you know Sakurai loves to put Kirby ahead of everything on Smash.
Of course,
like he did in oh god, I can't even remember the name of the single player of Smash Ultimate. Light World or something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Kirby was the first player. Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But I thought this was a really big surprise because, like they said, or YouTube video I was watching said Kirby Air Ride didn't move a lot of copies, but you know, it was a Sakurai game that they allowed him to do. He loves to make Kirby games, and honestly, if we knew anything about the backroom dealings of what's going on in Nintendo, he's been wanting the fuck out of there for a while. He doesn't want to develop. He doesn't want to do Smash anymore. And I'm pretty sure this was them saying, okay, please don't leave. Please don't run away. We'll give you whatever you want. And he said, I want Kirby Air Riders.
There you go.
Nice.
There you got it.
I'm having such a dweeb moment. I'm also seeing that they're doing a Survival Kids remake. And this is a game I've been looking for to play forever.
Oh, that's the game that was freezing
I've been
up
wanting
on
to
the
like
screen.
play the original, and I've never played it. I'm okay.
I've never heard of this game, honestly.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I've been wanting to play this game so bad for like over 5 years, and I just like haven't found it. So I'm like super jacked, by the way.
Good.
So that's cool. I want to have a comparison because I haven't played the first one still, but I've been like really wanting to play this game.
Yeah. So Metroid, I mean, the worst kept secret is Metroid Prime 4 is getting a Switch 2 version with the mouse controls. I watched the Treehouse demonstration on that. It is seamless. So he was playing in dual Joy-Con mode, so like, you know, left, right on that, and then you could just go to mouse control whenever you want. You don't have to change any settings. So it's just like, okay, and then he just sat it down and was moving around and aiming with the mouse and like doing quick movements. And it's like, oh, I want to go back. Boom, pops it right back in his hand. Just plays it regularly.
Mouse control is going to be so innovative with this.
Yeah,
it's really going to change things. I'm telling you. Like, I know this was something I was harping on last podcast. I'm harping on it this time. I'm telling you guys, it is going to change so fucking much.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like, we're getting like something that uses both Joy-Cons. It's called Drag and Drive. It's wheelchair basketball that uses mouse controls and motion controls.
I thought that looked really fun.
Yeah.
That impressed me.
Truly did. Grifters to like go all over it, but never. They're not. They were never going to play it anyway.
That's going to be a good game day.
Pro tip: yeah, grifters don't play video games because if they played video games, they'd have no time to grift.
Yeah,
I said
they would actually be happy and be having fun.
This I was shocked with. They were getting Elden Ring on the Switch.
The deal going like with the Nintendo with
going on.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy because like I thought
I'm not really surprised.
I don't think a FromSoft game was on the Switch, and then I thought like, wait, yeah, Dark Souls remastered.
Question:
was on the Switch. Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna sell the DLC on a separate cartridge?
Don't give them ideas.
It's called the Tarnished Edition. I'm assuming it's gonna have the Iltree or whatever that. DLC
is it gonna be a separate cartridge for $80?
Oh, is Keely gonna put this as Game of the Year?
No, it's the Tarnished Edition. It's different. It's different, everyone.
Yeah. Okay, we got the Scissor Reel coming up. So we had Hades 2 is obviously going to come to the Switch because it was a big seller on the Switch, the first one, which I think is on sale right now. I should check into that. This one I didn't see coming. Street Fighter 6 is coming to the Switch with amiibos.
Well, it's definitely capable.
Luke, Jamie, and Kimberly amiibos. Plus two, like, now this is where I'll give Capcom some love. They're not gonna double charge people for like the DLC. Like, they're gonna sell the edition with all like season 1 and 2 characters in there. So,
oh, that's bad.
And it's coming out June 5th. So that's even before Elena. Like, Elena's not even out yet. So we're getting this edition, and then will you get Elena afterwards? Good question. Then we got Demon X Machina, Titanic Scion, which I completely thought was going to be Vanquish 2 because the way the mechs look, I thought, oh, it's a platinum game. We're getting Vanquish 2. Nope. EA is committing to putting FC and Madden on there. Let's see how that happens. We're getting a Switch port of Hogwarts Legacy, Switch port of Tony Hawk 3 and 4, which Bikini Bottom DLC, because there was already a point there where one of the skaters jumps into the ocean and it goes a few moments later.
That was really interesting.
Let's see. IO Entertainment is telling you that Hitman World of Assassins Signature Edition's coming. And they also let you know that Project 007 is still not dead. It's still alive.
But you could never see
this
it.
one got me. This one got me. Bravely Default. The opening made me think that this was the Final Fantasy IX remaster that people have been clamoring for, because the
Oh my
girl in there
God.
looks so much like Garnet. I was like, oh my God, we're getting Final Fantasy IX, and then it's like Bravely Default. I'm like,
Nah.
equally as cool, but no, we got bamboozled. That wasn't the only one. We got bamboozled. A lot of people got bamboozled.
I was fine with
Yakuza
it.
Zero, Yakuza Zero director's cut. So like apparently it's gonna be new cutscenes in that. So good on if you love the Yakuza games. Koei Tecmo's making another Hyrule Warriors.
Fuck yes.
I thought this was gonna be Age of Calamity. It was just like, hey, we're gonna put it on this Switch too, and it's not gonna run like butt. But no, they're actually doing Age of Imprisonment, and this is gonna be what happens to Zelda after she goes back in time. So this is going to be the whole Calamity War, the one that started it all.
Yeah, I'm down for this. That was one that when I saw it, I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh well, I already bought it. That sucks. And then I realized, no, this is new. Yeah.
Yeah. I was happy either way because I was like, I still haven't played Age of Calamity yet, but I'm like, yeah, I gotta get into this. Nintendo Switch Online announced that we're getting GameCube Online, which I marked out for. I was like, yeah, GameCube. We're getting the Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero GX.
I mean, that's a pretty nice start. I think so. I think that's a pretty nice start.
Oh yeah, and then they said later on we're gonna get Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Yeah. Fuck you, resellers. Super Mario Strikers, Chibi Robo, Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD.
I mean, yay! Chibi Robo, fuck you, resellers.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah. Like, GameCube all around, fuck you, resellers. And everyone's like, well, you got the Dolphin. It's like, yeah, but Dolphin doesn't run everything 100%. Like, I try to run Rogue Squadron 2 on that thing. It still struggles.
Original hardware versus downloads. I don't know. It's not the same. It's not the same. But we know Nintendo. But Nintendo has a quality with bringing back their games where they function and work well. From all the things I've played, I've not had issues or felt like it was so different. So Nintendo will faithfully bring back a lot of this stuff. I'm not worried. Not worried at all.
Also, they announced a wireless GameCube controller at launch. So Rope's gonna have another cheating device. Yeah, I said that, Rope. Come at me, bro. Deltarune chapters 1 through 4 will be on that launch day. So all you Undertale fans get hyped for that.
They're trying to sell me all these controllers. What the fuck?
Borderlands Ready Pitchfork came in and collectively everyone went boo. Borderlands 4 is still a thing. I don't like Ready Pitchfork, but I like Borderlands. It's a conflict for me.
I never liked Borderlands. But
okay.
That's my trauma. That's my trauma, not yours.
I like Borderlands. Randy, I know he can be a douche, but when I was writing news, he was nice to me. So I don't know how to feel.
Okay, I really like the Telltale Games one, and I found out there's another one that they did recently, and I'm like, oh, I want to play that. But otherwise, I don't care. Did anyone see the movie? I want to watch that movie, but I have not.
No.
Haters. I like all of the Borderlands things people don't care. I haven't watched it, but I'd like to watch it.
My curiosity will get the best of me, but I mean, we still have another
Jack Black movie coming out. The Minecraft movie's out this weekend, and then in another weekend or two, there's the Until Dawn movie, which I'm not thrilled for, but I'm going to go see it. So, sorry. Side notes.
We're getting Civ 7 at launch. 2K has announced that they're going to be NBA 2K and WWE 2K, which you all saw 2K18 on the Switch. It was booty. I hope they can get a working version of that on the Switch because you'll have more people do that. Survival Kids at launch. We're getting Cyberpunk 2077, as we mentioned before. It's the Ultimate Edition, so it's going to have all the DLC. They announced Enter the Gungeon 2 from Devolver Digital. That's to be announced. They're just working on it. Star Seeker, Astronomer Expeditions, which I think was Astronomer was or then I think it was something else. This freaked me out because, like I said, the stream froze and all I could hear is the overworld theme to Final Fantasy VII. I'm like, no. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is coming to the Switch, and Square Enix has said that we'll have more about the remake project. So we're gonna get Rebirth and like the third game. That's crazy. It's coming to Nintendo before it comes to Xbox. I don't think it's ever coming to Xbox. Then we got the Super Scissor Reel with Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess. It's a Capcom game. I can't remember what. I think it was on Game Pass. I don't know a whole lot about it. First mention of Hollow Knight Silk Song in like 20 million years.
And everybody
thanks for letting us know it's still
minds.
alive. Yeah, thanks for letting us know it's not dead.
Thank you, Jacked, for Hollow Knight and Hades too. Like, you guys, I'm ready for it. I'm seasoned. It's all I want to play, but not on the Switch too.
Story Seasons Grand Bazaar, which is the crew Harvest Moon.
Yes.
Don't get that. Don't get Harvest Moon. Good Night Universe. I can't remember what that one was. 2 Point Museum. Wild Hearts S. When you've got nothing left to do in Monster Hunter Wilds, go for that. Witch Brew, which I think looks pretty cute. It's the isometric like Stardew Valley, but it's in a wizarding world. Looks pretty cool.
Like my jam.
We're getting Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, Rude Factory, Marvel Comics, Cosmic Invasion. Hell yes. Star Wars Outlaws. I'm gonna butcher the name. Nubura's and Ambition, which this makes sense that they're making this collection, this complete edition game, this 3D remake, because they just put all of the games on the Super Nintendo Switch. So I was like, that's kind of an odd choice to put all those on there. It's like to remind people, yeah, the series still exists and there's a new game coming out. Fast Fusion is the F-Zero replacement. That's coming out on the 5th on launch. Shadow Labyrinth, aka Pac-Man Act Zero, coming in July. Radio Remastered, which I think is the it's one of those Atlas I can't remember the name of the series. Nocturnal? It's in that series. Nocturne? Yeah. I think it's in that series.
Yes.
No C4 community date. Reanimal, which I'm not sure what that is. We're gonna get a Switch 2 version of Fortnite, so
of course
Patrick will be happy about that. Run like butt. We're getting Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer. So we're like Archives is gonna be like porting some 3D arcade games. That's cool.
Ridge Racer.
Dude,
remember that?
Dude, what if they're working with Bandai Namco, what if we could get the arcade versions of Tekken 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch?
That'd be badass.
A new Professor Layton, the new World of Steam, Humans Fall Flat 2 to be announced, which looks good. And then we got the Dust Bloods, not Bloodborne 2, Kirby Air Riders, and then they ended all with Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Fuck
new 3D
yeah!
platformer. I watched the Treehouse Direct on this. It's essentially Mario Odyssey, but in the world of Donkey Kong with fully destructible environments. I hereby dub this game Red Faction Gorilla.
Because you can destroy all the environment.
I'll be here all night.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm generally jacked for the Switch 2. But when I scrolled to the end of the lists and I saw Donkey Kong, I was like about ready to cry. And he looks so cute. I don't care what people say. I'm like, he looks old school cool.
Yeah.
I don't care. He's adorable.
I wasn't a huge fan of the eyes when I first saw the Mario Kart 9 thing. Oh, but then
he's so cute.
I watched this. He's so expressive in this. Like when he gets to like one of those like golden bananas you have to collect, he's just like,
yeah.
Oh.
So I really like that too.
He's so cute.
I really liked it too because I thought in the Donkey Kong Country Returns era, like he seemed to be like the super serious character and like Diddy and the others for the silly ones. Yep. And now they're like, no, we're just gonna have a lot of fun with Donkey Kong. And I'm here for that 100%. Plus I thought I saw that there was also like sudden like side scrolling moments too. So it was kind of like mixing Returns plus DK64, kind of like a mixture of both of them.
So excited.
This thing
So
is going to be
excited.
awesome.
Pure,
Here's the
awesome.
thing: if it's like Mario Odyssey energy, Mario Odyssey is like, I can't describe how amazing this game is. Odyssey is probably like the best Mario game. Like, don't at me.
I won't, because I agree
like
with you.
legitimately.
Yeah.
That game is so good, and to think that they like took notes from that and bringing back some cool old Donkey Kong stuff and like DK64 vibes. Okay. Okay, that's all I have
There's
to
not
say.
a million different collectibles to get, but then again, you're not switching between like 4 different Kongs. It's just Donkey Kong himself. But I'm watching it. It's
Rare
just like,
wasn't involved with this, so don't worry about it.
No.
Are they? Are they? No.
No.
Exactly.
I mean,
Don't worry.
Rare's still locked down to Xbox, but I mean, Xbox and Microsoft, Microsoft and Nintendo been playing nice there. So maybe eventually on the 64 mature app, we'll finally get Conker's Bad Fur Day. Maybe we'll get what else does Rare own that's
You
not
guys,
on?
you know how many
AI
like
Gold?
videos I've watched about Diddy Kong Racing in like the last few months about how this will be impossible to make another Diddy Kong Racing ever again, and how depressing it is, and all the different characters and all the different weird things of where these characters go and who they're owned by. La 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 la. Sigh.
Yeah, it's legal soup. It's a big fucking mess with that.
Yeah.
And
It's so sad.
I mean, it's true. You're never gonna get anything like that again.
And it's like one of the 10 best-selling fucking like N64 games, or something like. It's like in the top 10, I think. And it's like that's insane that it's like one of the best N64 selling games. And
yeah, I think
there cannot be any more sequel. There's no more sequels. Like it's not allowed. So
I think it carried their Christmas that year, didn't it? Like they needed.
I'm pretty sure
something like that. Like 97 or 98 was when it came out.
Oh, they like rushed to finish it, or like they changed stuff to accomplish it in that time frame to be like the big banger for Christmas.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's
that
what
game
happened.
isn't. Once I learned the history of that game, I was like, oh my god, like I didn't know how significant like literally everything about this game was, and I just treated it like a meme this whole time. So it's a great game.
It's awesome. Awesome. Hard as fuck, but awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
yes.
it's like I watched the Treehouse today. Just watch them how you traverse the world, and the fact that like nothing is out of bounds, and the fact too is that like they pull up the mini map. So like this is fully destructible environment. So like if you see something and you're like, oh, I want to get to there, you can either walk over it or you can dig through it. And the thing is that whatever you destroy or whatnot, it stays destroyed. And also there's a mini map that pulls out. So like, oh, I'm going to look for this banana. The mini map will see what you've destroyed and keep it there accordingly. So it's
oh, I didn't know that part. So that really is some Red Faction guerrilla shit.
That's what I said.
I mean, I saw it was breaking some stuff and like, okay, you know, you can punch through walls, what have you. I didn't know you could pull up the map and be like, oh yeah, I broke this, I broke this, I broke this.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You can pick up slabs from underneath you and ride it down. And as you're riding it down like a surfboard, it slowly grinds away.
This is going to be the greatest shit
Like, this
ever.
is going to be a technical marvel. And I can't wait to play it.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's going to be great.
That's going to be a day one for all three of us, I believe.
We'll see how my wallet feels because it's going to be in July. It's going to be a month out from the Switch launch. So we'll see how my wallet feels
Can they
after.
fucking not? I'll just have
It's
to work
okay.
some other
I
time.
had like a budget set of like what I'll buy at launch kind of thing. But who says July is a different month, you guys? A new statement. A new balance.
That's one way to look at it.
You know, I'll get Donkey Kong and Mario Party. So, but I'll buy all the controllers the month prior, so I'm not screwed.
Oh, one thing I forgot to ask because I did not watch the Treehouse and I didn't see where they announced it.
Same.
Did they say anything about the Switch 1 Pro controllers working with this?
Not on. I think it was in passing, but yeah. The Pro Controller one will work with the Switch 2.
It's fucking better. Okay.
The first Joy-Cons will work for the as well.
Oh, they will.
So
Cool.
I think for stuff like maybe Labo and the Ring Fit, technically it'll still work. I don't see why not, because like that was on my long list of games that weren't compatible, but apparently it's some of the third-party stuff that's not going to be compatible. They had a list that came up that said like it may or may not work. So there's like Alan Wake Remastered, Borderlands 1. There's like this list out there. If you guys are curious about anything, go follow Wario64 because he's got a whole bunch of stuff on there.
He is the king.
Well,
Okay,
yeah,
he's
Lavo
the king.
VR wouldn't be supported. Sound Hero says thank you.
You know what?
Yeah, because like,
you know
the
what?
Switch is too
They
big.
better bring us the stupid fucking Waluigi game that we all want to the Switch too. This better happen this generation of Nintendo. They better. Sorry, I was thinking of Wario, and then Waluigi came to mind. That that's all.
I think it's time for them to get like super creative with all sorts of stuff. You know, we need, after all these teases in various games, especially the most recent Mario Party, we need some Waluigi pinball. We need that.
Yes.
We need a
Don't
standalone.
you have that in the
Waluigi
party?
pinball game. It's
Yeah,
in Mario Party.
Yeah, if you get Waluigi.
Oh, fuck that! I want a standalone. I want a standalone.
Alright, kittens.
Captain Toad can get his own game. What the hell?
Yeah, and Toad's
Yeah.
he's a little piece of shit, and he get his own game. Okay.
Oh god. I'm sorry. We're talking about Captain Toad, not Toad. There's a big difference.
Okay, same difference. He still makes the same noises.
As I think I love Nintendo.
Okay, kittens.
Yeah.
I'm like really sleepy and want to lay down.
I think we gotta wrap this one up.
Yeah,
Like,
we got everything in there, and then some. I think.
That's the thing. Like, especially with me, I'm sure Johnny feels the same way. Like, I could talk about Nintendo all fucking night, but we can't. We have to.
I'm
we have to
like
go
checking
sleep.
the clock and yawning with you.
I've gotten word that my
Okay.
daughter has already fallen asleep downstairs without me. it's just a rough night.
She's growing up. That's what it is. Cause she's almost one, isn't she?
I know.
She's all grown up now.
She's one
all
on the
grown up.
11th. On the 11th of this month. I'll send you guys photos.
I'm so
All right.
excited.
Well, we're going to wrap it up. We've talked about a lot of Nintendo and Switch 2. We've talked about the things that have upset us, the things we're worried about, and the things we can't get enough of. All three of us here, we've already said it. We are day one buyers of Switch 2. I don't think
So let's hope-
anything that is going to change
Let's
that.
hope my birthday wish comes true, you guys.
It will. I am willing it into reality. It's going to happen. So, until we get a game that comes out with Commander and we have Captain Toad. We need Commander Toad, Admiral Toad, and Sergeant Toad. We'll just have to wait. You guys
Oh my
have
gosh.
a wonderful.
Hold on, really quick question before we say bye. Do we want to go over our Switch backlog next episode?
Oh, whoa! Hold on.
Good.
I
That'd be
think
good.
I think we need to discuss. I will bring the stack this tie. Okay.
I
Okay.
think I do too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Okay. Bye. Bye for
you
real.
know our topic next time. We'll see you then. Have a good night,
and Epic
everybody.
Universe.